What's up, bitches? I love it. I love it. Kay, what's up? Let's get it rocking. Yeah. What's up with it, Kay? Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube Live. Perfect. Amazing. TikTok, what is good? Instagram, we're here. How we doing? Yep. My favorite part of the day. Let's get it. Wow, that was fast. Marissa, what is good? Let's go. TikTok, what is up? Hope you guys are having the best day ever. What's up? Happy freaking Wednesday. I'm super excited to bring you guys yet another amazing podcast episode. Super stoked. Let me know how your day is going in the freaking comments. We're going to get this rolling in just a second. I want to give people a minute to tune in, and then we're going to get this rolling. Today's episode is the concept of listening to your body, talking about recovery. A couple different things here that we wanted to address. I don't know what that means, Sevcan. I think that is a different language. Love it. Cool. Thank you guys for tuning in and spending a couple minutes with me today. I appreciate you, and I hope that this 10-minute podcast episode is extremely valuable to you. So, to free up your time and focus on your business, VA excellence. I will get back to you in just a couple minutes here. So just let me rock this really quick, and we'll get this rolling here. Actually, I'm going to start this over on IG really quick. Hold up. Yeah. Dude, TikTok, the views are always live on TikTok. I freaking love it. You guys are always heavily supporting. All right, hold up. Just give me 1 second. I'm queuing this up over here, and there it is. Okay. Damon, what's good? Gabby, what's up? We're going to start this in a second. I'm just queuing this back up over here on IG. Cool. There it is. I love it. All right, cool. All right. All right, ready? We're hopping into this because your boy is starving. Say with me. 3, 2, and 1. What is up, mother truckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Shit Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your favorite mother freaking coach, Coach Al. Let's get it. In today's episode, we're talking about listening to your body, recovery, rest, and I think there's a couple things in this episode that you're really going to take a lot of value from. Now, to preface this a little bit, I think, yes, it is very important to work hard, but I think it's also just as important to make sure that you are properly resting as well. Now, I've been guilty of this, and I'm sure that some of you guys are as well. The all or nothing mindset. This has been something that I'm actively working on over the last few years, and I think there's a lot of people that also struggle with this as well. Now, let me know if you guys can agree with this or have struggled with this in any way, right? You're all in or you're all out. I'm talking about fitness, nutrition, mindset, right? You're trying to do all the right things, and you're like, yo, I got to be in the gym 6 days a week. I got to be tracking my macros, doing my meal prep, and all those things. And yes, it's important to work hard, but it's also important to listen to your body as well, right? So here's the thing. You don't need to be in the gym 6 days a week. Honestly, I never trained more than 5 days a week. And when I started training less and doing more of the right things and being more strategic, I started to see better results. So going off of that topic as well, overtraining is a real thing. So if you want to get scientific, you only need about 10, 15 working sets per muscle group per week to see results in your journey. Think about that for a second. That's not a lot. It's not a lot. And that's the thing. That's why our clients see such good results, because they're focused on doing just the right amount, right? Like they're not in there like, yo, like there's just so many people that I see train like, oh, I got to be in the gym 6-7 days a week. Like, you really don't. And that's why our team's winning, because they're not doing too much and they're not doing too little. They're just doing the right amount, the right movements, the right amount of nutrition, right? And it's not a coincidence that our team is fucking crushing it. So if you're not in our program and you're stuck in your fitness journey, what are you doing? join our freaking team. But actually, with that being said, we're at capacity. So if you're interested in applying for the wait list, shoot me a DM with the word ready. Shoot me a DM with the word ready, and we'll see if we can help you a little bit more. But to keep this rolling back on the episode, listening to your body and why that's important. If you're working hard enough, then sometimes less is more. But realistically, there's a fine line with that, right? So I think it's just being mindful of what you're actually doing. Understanding that you don't need to be in the gym 6 days a week. Most of my clients do 4 sessions a week, right? Like, think about that for a second. Less is more if you're doing it properly, just getting steps each day. Listen, if at the end of the day, like if you just walked every single day, you'd probably be in a pretty good spot, right? Like quality sleep, quality nutrition, all the stuff that we're always talking about here. But that's the thing is, well, I'm pushing myself. I'm trying to do all the right stuff, but how do I continuously show up? And that's the recovery process, right? Which is sleep. So bonus tip, I didn't really think about covering this, but we're going to cover this anyway. When it comes to getting quality sleep, I think there's a couple things to focus on. Number one, so bonus tip, two things right here. Bonus tip. Number one, practicing a nighttime ritual. We focus so much on getting up when we're supposed to, but what about the night before, right? And I think sometimes we all spend a couple more minutes watching Netflix than we should, right? But that's the problem. You're staying up late, you're watching Netflix, you're watching TV, you're on your screens. And if you're not getting proper sleep at the right time, it's going to be extremely difficult to wake up, right? And then you're going to be losing out on sleep, and nobody wants that, right? So what should you do? Well, I light candles, take a bath, put the screens down, draw some boundaries. Like there's no way that you could show up 100% the next day if you don't get a good night of rest. Like logically, like most people are aware of that, but then it's also like, hey, let me try and do more of that to actually move the needle for myself. Right? Like logically, you know exactly what you need to fucking do, but you compromise on that. And then you're continuously wondering why you're not moving the needle for yourself. When in reality, it's just a very simple fix of making that millimeter tweak, right? And then that ties into the next point, number 2 of, if you're too sore, take the day. Like if you can't walk, why would you go in the gym and try and train legs? Like that doesn't make sense. And that's really the entire purpose of today's episode with listening to your body. If you're exhausted, then rest. If you're sore, then rest. It's okay, right? Like you don't need to be in there 7 days a week fucking killing yourself. Like I used to do that for years, continuously like grinding myself into the ground, and I was going fucking nowhere. And that's exactly why, because you don't know how to optimize your recovery, right? And I see so many people struggle with that. And that's why we're trying to help out today. What do you guys think of that? If you're following along, getting some value, do me a favor, drop some fire in the chat box and let me freaking know that you're here with me live and taking something from this episode. I think it's super, super important that we talk about that. Lewis likes the shirt. He wants it. Yo, Young LA, I'm not sponsored yet, but we're working on that. Definitely a good brand. Love this. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you. The Sales King, Ninky time. Who's the Sales? Is the Sales King Anthony? This guy's popping in my live saying Ninky time. I don't even know what that means, bro. TikTok is ruthless in the comments. This guy says we're gonna expose you for juicing just like the Liver King. You've got 3 people here, bro, talking to no one. You might as well laugh in the comments. People are so nasty. Oh man, but we're gonna sit here anyway and continuously deliver the value. Alicia, one of my new members in my team, showed up for herself. Alicia, I appreciate you and hope you're having the best day of your entire freaking life. So, guys, let's wrap up this episode and just recap really fast. Okay, now let's break this down and really listen to what we're saying. Like, you don't need to rush the process. So, like, let's entertain this thought for a second. Okay, you have the goal of maybe losing 10, 15 pounds, toning up, flattening your stomach, regardless of what the end result it is that you're working towards. Entertain the thought of actually getting there for a minute. Like, let's say you're there, right? And what happens after you reach the goal? Do you just stop? Do you just throw in the towel? Obviously not, right? So then why are we rushing the process, right? Listening to your cues of your body. And one quote that has really stuck with me on this topic is that you can't force the flower to grow. Sit in that for a moment. You can't force the flower to grow. So if you're constantly doing the right things every single day and you know internally that you're doing 100%, where is this desire to rush the process? Where is that coming from? Ask yourself that question, right? And then if you're able to come up with that answer, and then dig into that. That should do you, I should say, that should give you a better understanding of where you're at and where you need to go. So if you're constantly doing the right things, then you will see results over time. Why can't you succeed? Trust the process, right? So then also recapping the 2 bonus tips to making sure that you're optimizing your recovery and listening to your body. Number 1, practicing that nighttime routine. Like, we can't just set this alarm and stay up till 1, 2 a.m. and then expect to get up at 5, 6 a.m. and go work out. Like, that's not what it's going to be, right? And then number 2, if you're sore, take the day. There's a lot of other things to focus on when it comes to succeeding in a fitness journey, right? So whether that's getting steps in, going outside, going for a walk, stretching, meal prepping, laundry, there's a lot of different pillars in order to continuously make progress every single week, not just focused on showing up to the gym and the spin class and absolutely burning yourself out with exercise. Like, yes, making sure that you're moving accordingly, but also drawing that line and having boundaries with saying, like, hey, like, maybe I need to take a day off. Like, that's okay, right? Like, give yourself credit for that if you're continuously showing up. And if you're not working hard enough, then all right, then yeah, you should probably get your ass in there. Like, logically, like, we don't have to fucking complicate it. Listen to your body, right? Trust the process. Continuously do all the things that you know you're supposed to do. Don't compromise on that. Have integrity. Keep the promises that you make to yourself, right? And that's the thing, is that oftentimes, like, you know exactly what you need to be doing, but you compromise on that. Maybe it's lack of belief, lack of confidence, but the way that you're going to fix that is by showing up regardless of your emotions. And we talked about that in yesterday's episode as well. You know, you cannot rely on motivation. I thought that was a really good episode. And if you haven't checked that out, make sure you go and check that out. But to wrap this episode, talk about a lot of things here. So just take one thing from today's episode, jot it down, put it on a sticky note, put it on your mirror, look at it every single day, and do something about it. There's no reason to listen to this information and do nothing. So I'm challenging you today in this moment, regardless of where you are, to do something with that. Trust the process. You got shit. I believe in you. Have the best day of your entire motherfucking life. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, and protein. Let's get it. Shit, mic drop on the fucking goat. Let's fucking go. Love you so much, bro. I love you too. Thank you for tuning in. I will get back to your DM in just a second as I wrap this up. Alicia, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everyone for spending a couple minutes with me today. Hope that you got some value from that. Go and freaking do something about it. Don't just come on here and talk some spiel. Leather Willie, thank you for the follow over on TikTok. Thank you. Do I think keto is good? No, absolutely not. I don't understand how eliminating an entire food group is going to help you long-term get towards your goals. Maybe in the short term, you will drop some pounds, but I do not believe that is a long-term strategy to getting results and then keeping them. Because I think a lot of people get fixated on fat diets, fat diets and the short-term approach. But realistically, like we spoke about in today's episode, it's not something that is a long-term strategy. I actually, when I was younger, didn't know what keto was, and I was actually doing it. I was cutting carbs because I thought they were the enemy, and then I lost 60 pounds over the course of a few months, but I ended up gaining it all back. And I think part of that was due to the lack of energy and the lack of sustainability that was the keto diet. And I didn't know what that was at the time. I think I was like 17, 18 years old. But I did believe that carbs were the enemy. So for a long time, I did cut those out, and yes, I lost the weight, but I ended up gaining it back because I couldn't handle my fucking, what was the word I'm looking for? Cravings. I couldn't stop with them. I just needed it. My friend wants me to do it, so thanks for the advice. Lewis, I got you, brother. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps you out today. My goal every single day with doing these live streams is to just help one person. So the fact that there has been multiple people here today continuously asking these questions and engaging tells me that my job is done, and I'm extremely blessed and thankful to be here for you guys. But with that being said, I am starving and I want to get another meal in here. So I appreciate you guys tuning in and spending some time. I hope you have the best day ever, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace, love. Let's get it. Bye-bye. 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 Bye now. Bye. Wave. Smell you later. More.